In my last conversation with Raufu, promised that I would visit. But at that time I was very busy with the Nigerian Bar Association activities, and I then planned to visit at the end of August after our conference. The following morning, that was on the 7th of August, I had another engagement to speak to law students at Bayero University. I believe it was whilst at the function at Bayero University that I saw several missed calls on my telephone from Professor Deleke, a mutual friend and a professor of medicine. I immediately returned the call. Professor Deleke then said to me in very stern voice, "AB, we have to go to Oxford. I've just spoken with Kate, our friend is not in good shape." I immediately called my travel agent in Lagos and said, "Please, can you get us 2 tickets to London tonight?" And I headed to Lagos from Kano that evening. I arrived at Murtala Mohammed Airport to meet Professor Deleke, already waiting. I had a shower at the airport and changed my clothes. We boarded the British Airways flight to London. It was then Professor Deleke briefed me about his assessment of Raufu's condition. From then onwards, the mood was very somber. We practically said little to each other. The plan was for us to check into a hotel at Paddington, drop our luggage and perhaps have a shower, and then proceed to Oxford. Fortuitously, our rooms were not ready. Professor Deleke looked at me and said, "AB, let us go." We headed for the train station, and by 11:30 we were in Oxford at 45 Divinity Road, where Kate and Raufu lived. We met Kate and the children, and Kate was trying hard to exude her usual confidence. She seemed determined to deflect us from what obviously was somewhat green. Looking at Professor Deleke, who was a medical doctor and had encountered this situation several times, I could read that the situation was serious. He said to me, "AB, speak to him." I then tried to. After a while, the visitor nurse had come in to check on Raufu. We then went downstairs. I suspect Professor Deleke was clear in his mind as to what was going on. However, I was still optimistic that some miracle would still happen and Raufu would turn the corner.